So it's Sunday morning, and we're making cinnamon rolls, and then we're going to go swim. We've got 2½ cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, ½ teaspoon of salt, ½ teaspoon of baking soda, and 1¼ teaspoons of baking powder in here. Some torque. Okay, so I've got my glove. I'm going to mix that butter that's still hard in. So when it's done, it's going to be clumpy. Anything you do with breads or rolls, this is the steps you're going to have to take. You get used to doing this. And people will tell you put melted butter in. It's not the way to do it. You need to crunch it into the flour first and foremost. Okay, so we got that good and crunched in. It only takes a minute to do. Get this glove off. 1¼ cup of shaken buttermilk. Nothing with slats. And you want to mix the mixture up. Okay, we got it mixed up. Just until it's wet. Set it to the side. Melted butter into the filling. The filling consists of 3/4 cup of brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/4 cup of sugar. You want to mix that up well first, and then this is going to look like sand. Wet sand when you're done. Like that. Okay, I'm going to set this to the side. I do like to use my stove as my work area. So this is flour and sugar combination that I put together before when I do my breads. So we're going to have to roll this out of the bowl and onto the mat, and it's going to be very floury still, and that's okay. You just want to wet it. You take your hand, you're touching your flour in to pull it off of the spoon. That way it's not sticking everywhere. If it starts to stick to your hand, you just simply roll your hand in the flour and it will work its way off. You're going to preheat your oven at 425. Knead this together until you've got something that's going to hold. And it will hold pretty quickly. Okay, this will break up quickly. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to get it a little roll out. Our rolling pin here. Okay, so we're about ready to, oops, we got a rip there because we didn't have enough flour on our table. Okay. Looks good, but since this is my small end, this I'm going to put on my left side since I'm left-handed, and that's how I'm going to roll it. Baste our dough here with butter. Oops. Okay. Well, we got it basted, and now we're going to put our cinnamon on there. I just use my hands to do that. It's where it's going to be locked up inside, and you want your cinnamon to be spread out, your cinnamon filling. Everybody loves this recipe. Then you just roll it up like this. Okay. And there are broken parts as it's rolling up. That's okay. The dough's holding very nicely. You want to pat your sides in. I've got a big tear right here, and that's good. All right. It don't even matter. Okay, and you're going to want to fill your pan, and you're going to want to tighten this together. You're going to start on a broken end. So we've got a broken piece here, and we're going to cut in between the broken part and put it in our pan like that. Then the back end of the broken piece here, Don't be discouraged if it breaks. Look how beautiful that is. And there you have it. There's your cinnamon rolls. Take a knife that doesn't have really sharp ends, and you'll want to loosen it up away from the sides. It may break apart a little bit when you flip it. There you have it. You're going to want the cinnamon rolls to cool for a minute while you're making the icing. We've got our mixer, and we've got some butter. We've got some whipping cream. I'm going to take a half a stick of butter, a half a stick of cream cheese, and about 3 tablespoons of nice cold icing.
Whoa, I got it.
This nice warm cinnamon roll.
Whoa, I got it.
We have our cinnamon rolls, very hot. We've got some extra icing, and we've got the stored icing for if the kids want to add them to cookies later. So we'll cut a cinnamon roll out, and basically you can follow the pattern. You can just cut triangles, you can cut any squares. We'll cut a cinnamon roll out. There's one cinnamon roll. Oh, if these don't kill you, because they're good. There you go. There's some cinnamon rolls for you, and I can promise you, everybody loves them.